Today is February the 3rd, 2015, and Sparky is just super revved from his green drinks and his carrot juice, fresh, made from the juicer, and he just had to get out. So I've got the timer set. I'm going to let him do his fighting and his territorial thing for about a half an hour, and he's found this leg of this this shelving that we have our microgreens on, and he can see himself in there. So he'll battle that for a while, and then he'll move on to something else. So I'm going to give him the run of the sunroom and the bedroom, one bedroom. And that way, you know, if you don't let them have the run of the whole house, then if you have two rooms that, or one, where they can move around and get some of that excess energy out of them. The way I do it to protect Sparky is I put something up at the door to remind me that Sparky's out. So I just use a trash can at the door, and we have a shredder that we use at the sliding door to remind us that Sparky's out, because they're so small and they're so easy to hit or with your foot or whatever. So I just thought I'd share that little tidbit for what it's worth. But there's just so many dangers with when your turtle's out, and you just have to check the room out and see what the hazards are, you know, that could fall down on your turtle or whatever. So you just have to think of them like a little baby, to, you know, because they're very, very vulnerable when they're out. But Sparky, periodically, he just seems like he has the need to get out and do his thing. And once he fights, when he finds something to fight, whether it's the dumbbells that he can see himself in, or this, like I say, this chrome leg or whatever, it just gets some of his energy out. So I just thought I would share. The only thing he's been having, he has turned against everything in the way of fruits and veggies, and he's not eating his feeders now, his super worms and his hornworms and his waxworms. He don't want nothing to do with them. And I don't have any slugs right now. I last year collected slugs in the fall and mess with them, and they're just so messy and a nuisance to mess with, so I didn't do that this year. So he has nothing at all to eat now, nothing except green drinks. You know, so I'm going to give him, I'm going to try him probably on some applesauce, homemade applesauce today. And this morning he had a concoction of kale, turnip greens, and what was the other thing? Collard greens that I juiced yesterday. So he had that, and then he had fresh carrot juice yesterday. So he is revved, he's supercharged. So I've got the timer set for about a half an hour, and in that time he will be so wore out that a lot of times he'll just go over to his terrarium and let me know he's had enough. He wants back in. So I'm just going to let him do his thing, and just thought I'd share with you guys about that. Well, Sparky, I think he's satisfied now that he won the fight against that leg, that chrome leg. So he's come up on his ramp, and he's just sitting looking out the window. So I have a video on his ramp. He'll just come up, he'll go up and down on this, you know, and check things out. And so he's really content now. So, aren't you, Spark? Did you win that fight? Gotta win the fights, don't we? Gotta win the fights. Sparky, did you win the fight? Hmm?